Hello YouTube, I'm Matthew, and I'm doing a few videos here at the beginning of the year where I just talk at you about stuff that I never have a reason to put into a video or is never appropriate to stick into a video. So, little fireside chat, I guess it is. This is the second video in the series, and this one is about projects. As a lot of you have noticed, I have been doing a lot of Vevor review videos, and that is because I have partnered with Vevor. And it has been a great partnership so far. I'm really enjoying it. But the reason I bring this up is several of you are worried that I'm just become a review channel lately. Well, kind of. I hope I don't become just a review channel. I hope I get back to doing big projects and stuff. But the reality of it is my day-to-day life is pretty much just watching the plasma table operate. And those do not make for very good videos. I mean, there's only so many times I can show you cutting something out on the plasma table, sanding it, and having my wife paint it. So, you know, they're not... Those CNC plasma table videos, as a general rule, don't get very many views. So the biggest reason you're not seeing fabrication projects from me is because customers just aren't having me do that kind of work anymore. It's mostly just like custom signs, custom gates, that sort of thing. And to tie this back into the Vevor videos, it's not that the Vevor videos have taken over my channel. It's more like I wouldn't even be making videos if I wasn't making the Vevor videos, because there's basically nothing going on except for the plasma table in the shop the last couple of years. It's been pretty sparse. And there are a couple of reasons why customers are not having me do these major fabrication projects. One, I know a lot of my customers are really struggling. This last summer, 73% of the wheat crop failed out here in Kansas. And when the farmers are suffering, everybody else suffers. That's just how the Kansas economy works out here is, you know, if the farmers don't do well, I don't do well. And also, I don't have a big enough shop to do a very large build. And as a side note here real quick, I'm probably going to talk about this more in another video. I don't really know how all my videos are going. I just got notes made. I don't actually have scripts for all this. I want to get into a bigger shop. When I moved here, this garage space was supposed to be temporary, very temporary. But I have not found a shop that I can rent or buy or even land to purchase to build a shop. And because of that, my wife and I really just want to sell this house and move on to someplace else because I'm not finding anything local here. So if you're looking for a house out on the plains of Kansas in a little tiny town of 63 residents, hit me up, because according to the tax evaluation, our house is worth $55,000, which absolutely shocks me considering the huge housing bubble and everything we just had. I thought this house would be worth a lot more than that, but nope, it's only worth 55. So it does have fiber internet, so you know, you can work from home if you want. It's a great little town, but anyway, that's not the point of this video. And I am working on projects for myself. I got a few things going on around here. One of the things I am working on that is kind of sort of a higher priority, but it's still not making any progress on, is I'm trying to make one of those rotary media tumblers. I think I have all the parts here for it right now. I have started cutting out some of the pieces for it, and I'm slowly working on it. But projects like this take a long time in order for me to make a video on, because I have to do it in my spare time, which I don't have a lot of. So it's just a real long time before those builds get done, unfortunately. I'm basically saying all this to let you know that there are fabrication projects coming out. It's just, I don't know when they're going to happen, and they're kind of few and far between. And that being said, if you would like me to build something for you, send me an email. I've got a lot of interest in the shipping container dolly and hitch that I did. I have even figured out a way to make that a self-loading unit. And of course, I have been working on the shipping container. Like, I'm almost finished with the walk-through door in the side. I got delayed on finishing that walk-through door because of weather, And then I got sick, and then we had our rush season. October, November, December are the rush season for us because that's when everybody wants Christmas presents. So we are running the plasma table like nonstop for those 3 months. And of course, when I'm so busy doing that, it's really hard for me to do other things. Like I am still working on the wood chipper. I bring it in here every once in a while, but I don't have the space to let it just sit in here where I can just work on it whenever I get a few minutes. It'd be really nice if I could have the wood chipper just sitting here all the time, and when the table is running, like some of these run times on the table can be 25, 30 minutes. Most of the time they're short, but if we get a full table run, it's pretty long. Matter of fact, the other day I had a 45-minute run time because I did an entire table of plates for a customer. Cut out rectangles with 2 holes in them, and it ran and ran and ran for 40 minutes straight. So I was bored just sitting here scrolling Reddit, watching the CNC plasma table go. I could have been working on the wood chipper at the time, but unfortunately I couldn't bring it in because everything else is going on. It's kind of hard to explain when you're not here, the logistics of how this little tiny garage works. So I do still work on the wood chipper once in a while. So it's not a dead project. And speaking of dead projects, the drill press kind of is a dead project at the moment. I have not worked on it in probably 2 years. So this is the big Kennedy Auto drill press, tearing it down. I need to get this drill press up and running. Should have had it running months ago already. And it's not because I don't want to get it done. I really do. It's that I ran out of space. I just don't have enough room in this garage for that big old drill press. So I booted it outside until I could get things rearranged in here. And then I was hoping to put that drill press in the shipping container. But unfortunately, that drill press is way too tall to fit in that shipping container. That drill press needs almost 9 feet of ceiling height, clearance, to work, and that shipping container has 7 foot 10 inches inside ceiling height or clearance, however you want to word that. So that drill press won't work in there at all, which really sucks because I really want to get that drill press up and running. That thing is awesome. So that brings me to my final point, I think, here, and we're going to take a little detour to get there, but back in the day, when I was doing Trebuchet Tuesday, I had 1 day a week set aside. It was usually Mondays that I would just work on the Trebuchet, ignore customer projects. That was just my day off. That was my day to have fun. But at that point in my life, finances were not near as big of a concern as they are right now. Right now it's tough, man. It really is. I don't want to sound like I'm just complaining about finances, but it's been brutal the last couple of years. So yeah, back then I had 1 day a week set aside that I'd work on the Trebuchet, and I could make a video on it, and it was really nice. I really enjoyed that. It was a good day for me to relax too, really nice stress reliever. But right now, let's see. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to word this so it doesn't sound like I'm complaining, but right now I don't have enough But right now, I'm not making enough money to where I can afford to take that day off just to play with my own projects. So I've been kind of thinking about maybe starting Patreon, but I don't know if it would be worth it or not. So I don't know. Tell me your opinion on what you think of me starting Patreon so I could have a day a week in which I could work on some fun projects. And these projects could be anything. Like, one of the things I really want to build is one of these monster ATVs. Have you seen those things? They're really neat. That's stuff I used to design and think about all the time back when I was in high school. Yeah, I've really always wanted to build stuff like that. And so I don't know, would that make sense to do something like have a Patreon to where I could have a day a week to build something like that, and that would maybe give me the finances to do something like that? Or something I've been trying to do actually is find someone to buy one of those monster ATVs from me. Of course, then the money would have to come in up front. The customer would have to pay first and pay for everything as it goes. But that would be kind of neat too. So, I don't know. It's not a full thought, I guess, is what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'll end it here. I actually thought I was going to talk about more than that, but according to my notes, that's everything I was going to mention today. Oh, there is one more line down here. Our website is finally launched. We launched it a few months ago. I can't remember exactly when. So if you want to check out our website, it's at widevisionmetalfab.com. Got a few things for sale on there. It's still under construction, so a lot of the descriptions on our items aren't done yet. The person who built the website, we kind of gave them basic information. They just kind of like dumped it in there. So we need to go back and finish adding more details to our products and whatnot. But yeah, we have a website now. Okay, well, I'm going to end it here. So jump down to the comments and let me know. Should I start a Patreon? Should I just try to find somebody who wants a monster ATV or somebody who wants a self-loading shipping container dolly and try to go that route instead of doing the Patreon route? Or I don't know. What are your thoughts on all that? But anyway, that concludes video number 2 of this series. So yeah, we'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks for letting me ramble at you for a while.